Next item is what? Financial investment during the year. So we have to do workings also for financial investment. I guess that's all about this. There is also footnotes because there may be some additional.
So that's what I'm coming. So even in exams, okay, how would you know?
No, you must also take care of the footnote. That's why I left this places blank. But I'm just stuck here because of my space.
Because I remember I've been working in class and there was a times whereby the space wasn't there.
You have to leave about 3 or 4 space.
You leave space because you can't say you will finish with one and go to the other. So you have to spread your wings out. My board is limited, and anything I said may go back, but I'm not supposed to have gone back. So give me financial investments.
Financial investment.
Opening balance.
Opening balance. 120,000.
Did you get that right? 120,000. Okay. Then during the year.
During the year it's 160,000.
That's also an asset that goes to the balance sheet. 160,000. Like the government buys shares. It's a financial investment in a company. Or they buy cryptocurrencies. They buy gold. That's something like that. Next item, what do we have?
Compensation.
To what? Employees. My body is exhausted, so please start writing and let me see if I can clean up some things. And make sure you leave some spaces down. Or maybe we can go to the footnote and see if there are any information about the direct material. So let's go to the footnote. Note 2. During the year, the Parliament of Ghana approved a transfer of 10% of total tax revenue to the District Assembly Common Fund. We can only do that if we get the total of the direct and the indirect. So skip. As of 31st December 2015, corporate tax assessment amounted to 15 million was still outstanding to be paid by the corporate entities to government. Okay, so that is direct tax. So outstanding, that's liabilities, corporate tax. That's 15 million. That's no. Now, since that is outstanding, that will also go to where? Payables. You got to be careful there. It will go to payables. So remember, this will go to payables because when I open payables, you will bring it there.
You know, it's good that you are doing that one because if you write them, maybe we have to continue with something.
Yes. Yes.
So what I'm thinking of is that once, let's say the direct tax.
Yeah.
Let's just glance through quickly and see if we can
get the items there. Yeah, that is why I'm going to the footnote so we can finish it and go. But remember, this is outstanding, so it will go to payables. Okay? Anything in the footnote must be treated twice. In the financial performance and in the statement of financial position. It's a way to be recognized as income in the financial performance, and in the financial position it will be recognized as part of our receivables that we will be receiving. It's an outstanding corporate tax, so it's receivables that will be receiving. Do you have receivables already here? No, I don't have. So let's go. Note 4. The total amount of VAT owed to government as at 31st December 2017 stood at 50 million. It is estimated that 10% of the amount outstanding is unlikely to be paid by one firm that has folded up. Okay. So even though the VAT outstanding, VAT is how much? Did you say 50 million?
50 million.
But we are told that
10% will be wasted.
so less 10%. How much do we have? of 50 million is. So we will have 45 million. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, that thing that will go with, how do we account for that? It's a bad debt. Are you getting the idea? So that 5 million will be accounted for as bad debt. Remember, this will also go to the accounts receivables in the balance sheet. So I've marked that one as well. So I've done less 10%. The government of Ghana is unlikely to be able to comply with the conditions for half of the bilateral grants received during the year. The bilateral grants, no, the government is unlikely to fulfill. If you are unlikely to fulfill it, it means you cannot recognize it. Are you following me? So the grants are given based on conditions. If you can drink this water, I will give you $5 million. That is the condition to the grant. So if I give you $5 million and you only drink half of this water, then it stands that I should give you what? Just half of the money. So if this whole money, half cannot be recognized, then the half must be recognized as what? A deferred receipt in the balance sheet. So for the year under consideration, we cannot recognize the whole amount as the grant received for the year. So the 230 divided by 2. So good, we read that. Divided by 2. And that will give us what? 115. So that is the grant we will recognize in the financial statement for this year. Please be careful about that. What is there? But because you can't fulfill the condition, you don't recognize the money in your books as the grant you have recognized. So the rest, 115 will be taken to the balance sheet as a car. You receive money that you have to pay back. So the 115 remaining will be a liability. Please make sure you get it. Let's go. External debt interest amounting to 25 million was due but not paid due to the financial constraint during the year. Oh, Abaya Moka. That is public debt interest. And that will go to the income statement. It's a straight item. We won't do any workings for that. But that 25 million will also go to payables. I'll do workings for that when you finish writing. So please have an asterisk on that. That will go to payables and at the same time go to the income statement as an expenses. On 31st December 2017, 60% of infrastructure expenditure was transferred to property, plant, and equipment. Okay, so this is just a movement of the infrastructure. These are assets, and we will deal with that later on as we continue. It is the policy of the government to provide for consumption of fixed assets, that is depreciation. Okay, when you hear the word consumption of fixed assets in public sector, it's the same as depreciation. So it is the policy of the government to provide for consumption of fixed assets on property, plant, and equipment at EBAZE, 25% on cost. That is straight line method. When it's on cost, it's on straight line. So we'll do depreciation later on, and property, plant, and equipment, 25%. Then the last one. Salaries and other emoluments outstanding during the year amounted to 30 million, while that of goods and services amounted to 17,500. Okay, I have goods and services here. So give me that. Outstanding. That will also go to payables. How much is it? 17 million.
17 million.
Be like this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that will be going to the trade payables account.
What's happening to the salary? 30,000.
The 30,000, I've not brought salary workers. Until also me they buy about. So that will be the
Under
next.
the indirect tax, outstanding, is it 45 million? Actually, I said 450 million.
It's 45 million, or was it 450 million?
I don't know, it's on what? 10% on what?
It was given in the question, note 3. Sorry, note 4. It says the total amount of VAT owed to the government as of 31st December 2017 stood at 50 million. Mm-hmm. It is estimated that 10% of the amount outstanding is unlikely to be paid by one of the firms. So if it's unlikely to be paid, then you cannot recognize all. So you write it down by 10%.
No.
Then 10% will not be paid. So 90% will be paid. So 90% of the 50 million is 45 million. Do you understand? 10% don't it will reduce the 50 million by 10%.
So 10% of 50 million million is 5 million.
5 million.
So the 5 million is the bad debt.
That's right. That's right. So let's add up. Please add up for me.
Have we finished?
Yeah, for these two we are done.
But we didn't finish the trial balance.
Okay. Is there anything about the trial balance?
We have
Do you have anything there in the trial balance that will come here? No. So I'm dealing with these two items, direct tax and indirect tax. So please give me totals here, please.
we have I don't know, but we have subsidies.
We will continue with the one. It will be part of the expenses. It will be part of expenses. So give me totals for this.
One 5 9 8 5,000.
Like that.
1 5 and 4 6 2 5 zeros.
And I already charged me the note to it. I wrote it, but I didn't know where it was.
But so I'll put their calculations in. Totals is
I show it.
Okay, so once we have a direct tax and indirect tax, add the two for me, and that will give us total tax revenue. We need that because 10% of that will be transferred to the District Assembly Common Fund. So add the two for me to give us total tax revenue. 50, 61, 62.
62185.
So there you go with that. So that is the total tax revenue. So put it down and then I can clean that side and then continue with my builder. What item did we get to in the trial balance?
We go to compensation.
Yeah, we've not posted that yet, right?
We did a financial investment.
Yeah, we've done financial investment. But
After that is compensation.
yes, so finish and then let's
So
continue.
cash and cash equivalent will have
Where is it?
after the financial investment.
Ah, you're talking about the trial balance. That's a balance sheet item.
Which one are you talking about? I don't know.
You're talking about the opening balance. That's a balance sheet item. I was asking about the trial balance, where we got to in the items we were
okay.
thinking.
So which one? I don't know. Compensation, right?
Yeah, compensation to employees.
Okay.